Hey everybody, like I said, I wanted to give you a step through of Project 1 and Project 2 of Chapter 8 so you can see what you missed in those projects. Most people did pretty good, but there's always a few things that get people, so I'm going to talk about some of those as I step through it so you can see how to do it, and the way it should look at the end is usually pretty helpful too. First, I don't feel very good, so if I start coughing and things like that, I apologize for having that on the video. So anyway, as you can see, I've got all the stuff typed in like it has in Project 1, Step 1. Next thing, make sure and save the workbook like it says in Step 2. I'm on page 253 of the book. Step 3 says to enter the following formulas, and you can use the point-click method or typing in the formula either way. So in G5, it says to type a formula of F5 times 0.1, okay, and then I5 should be equals to H5 times 0.1. Okay, most people got those really well. Here's the one that gets everybody, it seems like. In J5 we should have a formula of G5 plus I5, not G5 plus 15. If you look at the column heading, you'll see it says total fee, so that should give you a hint that we're totaling the two fees. So we're doing G5 plus I5 for each row. Then it says use the fill handle to drag those formulas down for each column. So we just drag them down. Same thing. Okay. And you'll notice that as you drag those down, your row number is updated for each one because we're using those references. In B13, it says to type total fees paid for January auctions. And then in G13, to use the auto sum button to total those fees. Same thing for I13. And then Flash Fill should notice that you will probably want a total of that column, which we do. So if for some reason it didn't pick that up, just click into J13 and do another auto sum for that. Okay, step 7 says to change the sales price of Halo 4. Oh, sorry, it's already been done. So make sure, this should have said 35.99. Make sure to click in it, do 43.99. B for Skyrim, from Windows to PS3. It's already been done on this one, so click in that. Make sure to type PS3. Change the shipping for Skyrim from 650 to 5. It's already been done. Make sure and click in that. Type that to 650. And then type the current year one space after January in A2, not one cell, in A2. We're going to go up here, hit space, type in the current year, hit enter. Okay, all that looks really good. Make sure we go to File, Print, and adjust the scaling so that fits all columns on one page. All columns on one page. You'll see that updates and now it all fits. Okay, that's Project 1. So I'm going to go back to the view. We're going to start on Project 2. This is where the formatting really gets people. If you didn't miss this total, the formatting is usually the most commonly next thing because there's a lot of it in Project 2. So it wants us to insert a new row above row 12. So in row 12, we're going to click on 12, right click and do insert, and it'll insert a row above. Or in row 12, you can go to insert sheet rows, and it'll do a row above. So just remember that it always does a row above. Type in the information that it gives us. Notice that those formulas stay in place even though we inserted that row. Next it says insert a blank column between columns I and J. So between I and J, we want to select column J, right click and do insert. That'll insert a column to the left. Or make sure you're in column J. We're going to go to insert sheet columns, and we'll get that blank column. Okay, change the width of column B to 25. So click anywhere in column B, go to format, column width, 25. There we go. And then it says to delete column C and D, so I'm going to do it by clicking on C, highlighting both C and D, right click, and then do delete. Okay. Change the height of row 4 to 25. So row 4, we're going to format, row height, type in 25, and then it says to middle align the column heading. So it's talking about all of these, and it wants us to do the middle align button. So that's going to center it vertically in the cell. Okay, and then it says to format the worksheet as follows. Merge and center the titles in row 1 and row 2 over the columns A through I. This doesn't want you to do A1 to I2. It wants you to do A1 to I1, merge and center, and then A2 to I2, merge and center, so that you have both of them. If you did them both and then merge and center, you're going to lose the values. You won't have two separate values, you'll just have one. Okay, left align A5 to A13, so A5 to A13. We're going to left align. And center align E4 and G4. So I'm going to select E4, hold down Control, select G4, and then we're going to center align those. Okay. Next it says apply comma style to D5 to I14. So D5 to I14. We're going to select those, do comma style right here in the number group. Okay. Add a thick bottom border to A4 to I4. So A4 to I4. We're going to go to borders and do a thick bottom border. It's like that. When you click out of that, you'll see that border. And a top and double bottom border to E14, G14, and I14. So I'm going to click on E14, hold down Control, then click on G14, I14, and then we're going to go apply the border, top and double bottom, and that'll do all three of them at the same time. That way you're not having to do each one by one. Select A1 to A2, and change the font to Cambria. So click on the font, Cambria, okay. Lost my spot. Font size to 16. Okay. And the color to dark blue, which is right here. Right here, actually. Dark blue. Okay. So now we have our headings. And it said to apply bold, so click on those, bold them. Okay. Select A4 to I4 and apply bold. And then it says to do gold accent 4 shading. A lot of people did the font color, but we need shading of gold accent 4. Like this. Okay. Bold B14, E14, and G14, and I14, B14, E14, G14, I14. Just hold down Control, click on each one, bold them. Select A5 to I13 and sort the range by the game column in ascending order. So the ascending order is going to be A to Z. So we're going to select them, go to sort and filter, do a custom sort. We're going to sort by column B, which is the game column. Make sure we're in ascending, which is A to Z. Click OK. Now they're in alphabetical order by the game column. Change the worksheet to landscape orientation, so page layout, orientation, landscape. Save it, turn it in. This is the way it should look when you get done with Project 2. Okay, so you're going to save that, turn it in, and then you should also have turned on cell formulas and turned in another workbook with the cell formulas displayed. So I'm going to show you how to do that really easy. Go to formulas, show formulas, and it'll show the formula instead of the calculated value. Save that, turn that one into. It didn't take points off if you didn't do this because I can see your formulas if not, but the project did have you to do both. So you can toggle those on and off on the formulas tab with the show formulas. That's all of Project 1 and 2. Make sure if you didn't get full credit, go back in and redo it, and you can turn that in by Monday by 5 and get your credit updated for that, all right? Thanks. If you have any problems with Chapter 9, we're going to be looking at charts and working with tables. Let me know and I can help you out, all right?